Is this a Colmic Jolly in disguise, or is it a new float?
It's
That's got him, hasn't it? Come on, Shaun.
you promised to be nice to me. It is. It's a jolly for the visually impaired.
I love it. Hey, but you wouldn't believe, and you'll know better than anybody, Alan, how many people do say, I get loads of people say, well, what should I use? I like Chiantis, but I can't see them.
Yeah.
And that's a really good point. I just hold that. I'm just going to try and get a zoom in on it.
Them tips are really nice, though.
They are. I mean, they're thick. I'm just going to try and get it in
Well,
focus.
them
There we
are
are.
1.5, 1.7.
Yeah, about 1.2, I think.
Are they? Is that all?
Well, they sort of grow with the flow. So
Right.
what we've got there about 2.5 grams.
2.5 grams.
They are lovely and visible. Are they hollow then?
No, it's sort of like a painted. It's like a painted fiberglass sort of thing. Very stiff. The light blasts through them.
Does,
which is
yeah.
what I like. They got.
That's why they look actually thicker than they
They
are.
do, because it sort of radiates the light.
Yeah.
It is sort of like a jolly shaped body, but its proportions are a bit longer, which lends itself to me. I'd like this sort of float for like bulking a few droppers, in deep water and everything, where you just want a bit of stability. You've got that sensitivity because the body's a bit slimmer, and you've got that nice bristle, so any chop or anything can just ride through it just nice, and it's just asking to go under into it.
It's a nice, good all-round
It
float.
is,
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
If somebody's starting fishing, you'd say, look, this is
Perfect for places where you're going at minute, Tom,
Yes.
like Messingham and
Ooh.
places.
Oh, yeah.
meadowlands and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
They're a lovely float.
Skimmers in deep water. That's where you'd want to.
Yeah, it's like a cross between like a couple of the older Colmic floats, isn't it? Like a jolly, because the jolly shape has been around for
Yeah.
30 years now, minimum. Do you know what I mean?
It's a good
Gordon
starting
Blanks,
shape.
good old pal of mine, Gordon Blanks, who used to fish with Essex County. He was the first person who brought the jollies over from Italy years and years ago. But obviously, it's like anything now. Things evolve and advance, and I think that he's got a better bristle on it, one of the old Colmic jollies.
Because I can see it in it, and
Yeah.
that's all. But the thing is, if I ever advise everyone to start fishing pole fishing, I always say start with that shape,
Yeah, it's a good.
and then if you need something rounder, use something round it. If you can get away with something thinner, use something thinner. But as a starting shape, you can't go wrong with that.
And to be fair, if you had that shape and a float that shape,
That's pretty much your two done, isn't it?
you wouldn't need much else in your armoury, really, would you?
No, it's true,
If
isn't
it
it?
were that way round for river fishing and places so a bit more like our big canals on Air and
Abroad, mate, they use so many body up floats on lakes, and why we don't use more body
No,
up floats
don't
on
know.
lakes is beyond me. Because
Don't know.
what's the difference between a tow on a lake and a slow river?
None, is there really?
And you don't even bat an eyelid about getting a body up float out in a river or canal. Whereas,
But it's just a new float. What are these called?
I've been in mind, I'm going to call them a Francie.
Francie.
Now, if they call them something different, I don't know, but over here they're going to be called Francies.
How does it spelt that then, by the way?
France with a Y.
Love it.
But so it's just a good all-round float. It's got a carbon stem in it, which I think carbon's.
It's very thin for its proportion the size of the float, so I think
It's a good quality carbon.
it's very
You
good
can
quality,
tell
yeah.
when it's so smooth like that. At first glance, you think it's that bendy wire.
Yeah.
But it is actually a carbon stem.
I really like that. I'll be trying some of them because they do look.
that is a nice, just good all-round float for general fishing. Have a look at these. They are going to be available in the next 2 to 4, 6 weeks time. So if you're after something for all-round fishing, have a look and have a go with these new Francie Colmic floats.
For the visually impaired.
Size-wise, we didn't
Yes.
mention size-wise, did we?
There's more sizes to these than a army surplus trousers. They go from 4x10 up to 3 grams.
So there's load of range of sizes. They'd be nice then for hemp fishing in smaller
I
sizes.
think there's all sorts you could do with
You
it.
can
It
You just
really
use
is.
that for oak,
Yeah,
can't you? But
yeah.
like on our canals in the smaller sizes with that nice bristle on, I think they'll make an excellent hemp float. Bigger sizes, like places like deep lakes, like
Well, that's what
Messingham
I'm
and
thinking. I mean, we joke about the visually impaired, but the truth is a thicker bristle has loads of applications, doesn't it? When you're fishing bigger baits, deeper water.
You can dot it down a bit more and
You can
everything.
dot it down,
Yeah.
you can lift it up, but they just they'll sit out, don't they?
Yeah. They
So
look
you
really
can't
nice.
see 'em. So that is a new float for this year from Colmic. So if you're in the market for looking for something a little bit different, have a look at these.